Hi Capricorn, welcome to your Mercury Retrograde in Aries special with me, Raphael Ray from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So, wow. So I'm doing a special on this because I believe it's going to be quite instrumental in how we move forward, and it's going to be a moment of change that we all really come to remember in the months ahead. I say that because Saturn, your and my co-ruler, as an Aquarius, just in case you're wondering, although Saturn and Jupiter have both gone retrograde, those are much longer arcing themes that are going to play out over time. Whereas this Mercury retrogrades tend to be quite short. They're sort of short and sharp, and they go in, they do their thing, and then they get out. And I kind of feel like this one, especially, Mercury's the first planet in the first sign, the sign of Aries, which is all to do with assertion, willpower, generating change, creating, enough fire and enough spark to make things happen, is going to be quite instrumental in the year ahead. And I feel like this is going to be the one that we really kind of remember as the point where a lot of things really started to converge and started to actually take place. So, Mercury, communication, thought process, writing, speaking, emails, text messages, conversations, it's siblings, co-workers, neighbours, people that we come into contact with every single day, pets as well, small animals as well comes under with Mercury, which is which if you've got pets. The interesting thing about this one though is when Mercury goes retrograde, it's a time of reassessing, it's a time of reevaluation, of re-examining stuff, of treading old ground. And I say this, your thought process, your thought constructs are the foundation that you build onto to create in the manifest world the things that you want to create. And everything started as a thought, everything imagined, or everything was imagined into existence. And I gave this this thought earlier, and I hope you get it. You think about a fork, it's just a fork. But that was once somebody's thought. Somebody had a thought, right, I need this thing to eat. I'm tired of, picking my cow that I've just roasted over the fire. You get my drift. A fork was thought about. I need something that's going to enable me to do this. And they thought about it, and they put time and energy and thought over it, and energy and emotional energy that they invested in it. And then bam, somebody fashioned a fork, and now we create them out of every material known to man. And what I'm getting at here is that was a thought, and it was a strong thought because it was a thought that was born out of need. Your thoughts are like the foundation, and the Mercury retrograde gives you a chance to reassess or reevaluate that thought form, to see whether you've actually given it enough thought, and more importantly, whether you've created a strong enough idea to pen so much energy onto. Is it a strong enough foundation to create the thing that you want to? So communication tends to get a bit rife. Sometimes technology goes a bit awry around a Mercury retrograde as well. And the fact that it's in Aries means that some of these misunderstandings that we have with people can be quite explosive. Aries is a really feisty sign, as we all know. And some of this stuff can be, and it's very much what I say, versus what you hear, and vice versa. And, where the miscommunication and the misunderstanding is in those, in the middle of all of that. So this is, like I said, it's going to be an important one. I think it's going to be one that's quite instrumental. It can be, and it will be at moments quite intense as well for all of us. So anyway, this for you falls in your third house. No, I lie. This for you falls in your fourth house. My apologies. So this is going to talk very much about, for you guys, what is the fourth house? The fourth house is your home, it's your family, it is your roots, it's your ancestry, who you are at a core level. Now I've got some trusty notes here as well. So your thoughts will be turning towards your home and your environment and how you can make it a more dynamic and energetic place to be. So that's really interesting as well, because in terms of energy, you know, that you're getting the assertion, the drive, the willpower, you guys have a lot of that anyway. It's naturally built into you as Capricorns. Maybe not necessarily explosive power or explosive strength, but you have the ability to just go and go and go and just keep going. You know, that's the strength of the goat in you, you know, the stubbornness. Like, I've seen a goal, I know what I want to achieve, and I'm going to get there. And if I have to, I will just I won't, you know, I will outpatient you. That's one of the things that I always say about Capricorn. If they have to, they'll just wait you out. You'll die if you ever wait for a Capricorn to do something. You know, if you try to best them, they'll just wait you out until you give up, because they are patient and they are strong and they are relentless in their pursuit of what it is that they want. There's no coincidence that the sign of Capricorn is all to do with accomplishment and achievement. And what you've been asked in this Mercury retrograde is to look at how your home can become the place where you do that. How your home can become a place where you gain energy, where you gain strength, where you gain power. How your home can be the kind of place that will support the changes that you now wish to implement. So, you know, this is very much a spring cleaning kind of energy. You guys will be doing a lot of this, but it won't necessarily just be spring cleaning. This will be about you gutting everything, you know, your personal thoughts. This is going to be you going over your history, over your ancestry. I'm going to be really honest with you. The chances are you will probably have fallouts with family members, and explosive ones at that. But what I can promise you 100% is once they're done, they will have cleared the air. And there'll be a brand new energy, that, you know, there'll be a vibrancy to you, because you won't have any of that baggage, you know. And the Mercury retrograde is going to take your mind right into the depths of your family. Who are these people? What do I feel about them? What do they invoke in me? What do I evoke in them? Are they a support network? Are they a hindrance? You know, all of this stuff you're going to be brutally honest about. Not that I am a Capricorn that wasn't brutally honest. Because that's what you guys, you know, I love Capricorns, as many of you already know. I've dated 2 of you. I've got 2 Capricorn sisters. My grandpa was a Capricorn. I know Capricorn and Capricornian energy. It's very powerful. But you guys are very forthright. You always say what you think, let's be honest. You know, but you're going to be really brutally honest. And I think one of the only things that I will say to you is, it's really good to get your viewpoint across. It's really good for you to assert yourself. It's really good for you to say, this is what I think and feel about my family. But you must give other people the chance to express what they have to say as well, and the way that they have experienced having you as a family member. And the reason I say that is because while you will be teaching them something with your words, the chances are is that you're going to give them the same opportunity. They will learn about who they are and how they are seen by your input, and vice versa. You will learn about who you are and how you are seen by your family members by their input. So as much as it may be, you know, annoying, or you know, you might not want to hear what they have to say, give them their moment to speak, because you will gain valuable information about yourself and about your heritage. Let's see what else we've got here. Also looking into your roots. You'll be looking into your past and your family roots for and possibly even discovering the power in your ancestry. There may even be reconciliations that are born from explosive truths revealed. I mean, you know, that is literally it. By hearing what other people have to say and by voicing what you truly have to say, you can and will learn something. And more importantly, you know, when you tap into who your ancestors truly were, you know, what is it about them? Like on my mum's side, oh my gosh, my granddad, whew, he was powerful. You know, he was Arab and Greek, he was Egyptian and Greek, very smart, very educated, very driven, very focused, but a very, very powerful man. He came from powerful lineage. But the women on my mum's side, I could tell you stories that would make the hair on your arms and the back of your neck stand up, because they are all really, really gifted. And, you know, when you look back, I mean, everybody's family is gifted, but I guess what I'm trying to get across to you is my mum's a very powerful psychic. My sister is, you know, has a business mind like you wouldn't believe. My nan is the ultimate nurturer. Her mother, you know, had a family of, I think she had something ridiculous like 10 kids, and made everything work whilst running a sewing factory single-handedly. You know, they all have these amazing stories to tell, and you know, that's my heritage. And this is what I'm saying to you: discover what your personal heritage is, because you will start to see the trends and the patterns and the power that they hold within them. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. I would like to call in all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So there's one card turned over, and you get the Hierophant. Bam! So really, really powerful card. So the Hierophant talks about the status quo. It talks about getting in touch with the mysteries through practical means. So when I say the status quo, this is big institutions. This talks about, hospitals. It talks about churches. It talks about the structured orthodox religions, you know, the really big sort of deemed to be power players in life and in the world. And what this card, I guess, is asking you to look at is, you know, learn the mysteries of your family. Like I've just told you all of that stuff about the women in my family. I pretty much know on my mum's side, you know, where all of their abilities and gifts and strengths have come from, because I've looked into who they are as people, and I can see what each one of them has taught me and passed on to me. And this is, you know, the card of the Hierophant is very much an initiation. And it's asking you to look at your personal heritage, Capricorn, and really dig deep for the abilities, the powers and the gifts that they have afforded you in this lifetime. Who have your people made you? Okay, I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that this reading has helped you in some way, shape or form. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you very soon for the monthly readings. Take care.